Have you ever seen a crochet stitch so stunning it could transform a simple scarf or blanket into a masterpiece? Just the kind of pattern every crocheter needs in their collection. So, grab your hooks and yarn, and let's get started. I'm using this soft, grayish-blue yarn. It's a dream to work with, and a 4mm crochet hook. To begin, we'll make a slip knot. If you're new to this, don't worry, just follow along. Wrap the yarn around your fingers, twist, and pull the tail through. See? Easy. Next, we'll make a foundation chain. For this pattern, you'll need any odd number of chains. I'm making 15 today for demonstration purposes, but you can adjust this depending on your project. I find chaining so meditative. It's like setting the rhythm for the entire piece. What's your favorite part of starting a new crochet project? Let me know in the comments. Now that we have our foundation chain, let's work a row of single crochet stitches. Insert your hook into the second chain from the hook, yarn over, and pull through. Then, yarn over again and pull through both loops. Repeat this for each chain across the row. Single crochets create a strong base for our pattern. Single crochet rows are like the unsung heroes of crochet. They're not flashy, but they hold everything together. And just look at how neat and tidy this foundation looks. For row 2, we'll chain 3 and turn. This chain 3 counts as our first double crochet. Now, make a double crochet stitch into each stitch across the row. Yarn over, insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over again and pull through, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops twice. Repeat this all the way across. Double crochet rows give such a lovely texture and height to your work. If you're ever making something like a scarf, this row adds that cozy, plush feel. Here's a quick tip. If your yarn keeps slipping, try rolling it through your fingers a little slower to regain control. Notice how I'm keeping my stitches even? That's because I'm not pulling too tight or leaving the loops too loose. Now we're on to row 3, where the magic happens. Start by chaining 2 and turning. Make a half double crochet into the second stitch. Yarn over, go underneath the 2 stitches, pull up a loop, and complete a half double crochet on the front post. For anyone wondering, this is also a great stitch for color blocking. Imagine alternating rows of vibrant colors, so striking. Then, half double crochet into the next stitch. Go underneath the 2 stitches, pull up a loop, and complete a half double crochet on the front post. Then, half double crochet into the next stitch. We'll repeat this pattern all the way across. Do you see how the front post stitches create that raised, textured effect? It's perfect for projects where you want a little extra dimension. I always feel like these stitches make the piece look way more complicated than it actually is. Great for impressing friends. It's amazing how a simple loop and pull can create something so intricate, isn't it? It's like painting, but with yarn. Crochet really teaches patience, don't you think? But the result is always worth the time. One of my favorite things about the stitch is how it feels under your fingers. Soft, textured, and just a little bouncy. Sometimes I wonder, who is the first person to look at yarn and a hook and say, let's make fabric out of this? If you're new to crochet, don't worry if your stitches aren't perfect. Every expert started as a beginner. Missed a stitch? It happens to everyone. Just unravel a bit and try again. It's all part of the process. Remember, tension is key, but don't overthink it. With practice, your hands will find their rhythm. Row 4 is simple but essential. Chain 3 and turn. Then work double crochet stitches all the way across. This row balances out the texture from the previous row and keeps the pattern looking cohesive. It's so satisfying to see the pattern take shape, isn't it? This stitch has such a beautiful rhythm to it. It's almost like a dance between the yarn and the hook. The first time I tried the stitch, I kept messing up the front post. Don't worry if it happens to you, just keep practicing. I once made an entire scarf using this pattern as a gift, and the recipient thought I'd bought it. That's how good it looks. From here on, you'll alternate between row 2 and row 3 until you reach your desired length. Keep going, and don't forget to pause every now and then to admire your work. It's looking amazing already. Crocheting can feel like a journey. Each row adds a new chapter to the story of your project. What are you planning to make with this pattern? A cozy blanket? A stylish bag? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your ideas. Does anyone else start a project thinking it'll be a quick one, and then 3 hours later, you're still chaining? Crocheters know the real pain, when you're halfway through and realize you've been using the wrong hook size the entire time. I swear, yarn has a mind of its own sometimes. It tangles when you least expect it, but hey, that's part of the fun, right? This grayish-blue yarn? I fell in love with it the moment I saw it. It's the perfect blend of calming and elegant. Look at that texture starting to form. It's so satisfying to see it come together, isn't it? You're doing great. I can already tell this is going to look stunning when it's done. Trust the process. Every stitch you make brings you closer to a masterpiece. What's your favorite kind of yarn to work with? Let me know. I'm always looking to try new ones. Do you prefer crocheting blankets or smaller projects like bags and scarves? Comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you tried this stitch before? If so, what did you make with it? When you're ready to finish, the last row is important. A lot of tutorials skip this part, but I'm going to show you how to end your piece neatly. Work a row of single crochet stitches across. This creates a polished edge that ties everything together beautifully. And there you have it. This stunning stitch is all done and ready for your next project. Look at that texture, so beautiful and versatile. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial as much as I loved making it for you. If you try this stitch, tag me in your creations. I'd love to see them. See you next time. Happy crocheting!